U.S. military sends precision-guided missiles and other weapons to help the Philippines battle renewed a pledge to defend its treaty ally if it comes under attack from Beijing in the disputed South China Sea. National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien spoke to Trump in Monday's function at the Department of Foreign Affairs in Manila, where he reported the conveyance of the missiles and bombs to the Philippine military. Trump pledged to give the $18 million worth of missiles in a telephone discussion with Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte this year, Foreign Secretary Teodoro Locsin Jr. said. The U.S. assistance projects normalcy in Washington's unfamiliar relations as Trump attempts to challenge the aftereffects of the November 3 official political race, asserting he was a casualty of misrepresentation. Duterte had approached Filipino Americans to decide in favor of Trump yet praised Joe Biden, through his representative, for winning the political decision. Asked in an online news briefing if any of the authorities he met in Vietnam and the Philippines voiced worry about the post-political race circumstance in the U.S., O'Brien said no one did. There will be progress if the courts don't control in President Trump's favor, he said. O'Brien represented Trump in a recent online summit between the U.S. and leaders of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations and an expanded East Asia summit of heads of state attended by China and Russia that was also held by video and hosted by Vietnam. In his comments at the turnover of the U.S. missiles in Manila, O'Brien referred to the Trump Organization's part in the destruction in the Middle East. President Trump is standing with President Duterte as we combat enemy here in Southeast Asia, O'Brien said. This transfer underscores our strong and enduring commitment to our critical alliance. He expressed hope for the continuance of a key security understanding that permits American powers to prepare in huge-scope battle practices in the Philippines. Duterte moved to revoke the Visiting Forces Agreement with the U.S. early this year yet later postponed the effectivity of his choice to next year, a move invited by O'Brien. He said the U.S. stands with the Philippines in its work to protect its sovereign rights in the South China Sea. The Philippines reported a month ago that it would continue oil and gas investigations in or close to Reed Bank, which lies off the nation's western coast and is additionally asserted by China. They belong to the Philippine people. They don't belong to some other country that just because they may be bigger than the Philippines they can come to take away and convert the resources of the Philippine people. That's just wrong, O'Brien said. He repeated U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo's statement early this year that any armed attack on Philippine forces aircraft or public vessels in the South China Sea will trigger our mutual defense obligations. The Allies have a 69-year-old mutual defense treaty. In July, Pompeo escalated the Trump administration's attacks against China by declaring that Washington regards virtually all Chinese maritime claims in the disputed waterway as illegitimate. China reacted angrily by accusing the U.S. of sowing discord between Beijing and neighboring Asian states. According to a special report by the Center for a New American Security, CNAS, the Philippines will need, among others, an affordable force of 4 to 6 mini-submarines, along with 4 squadrons, 48 of F-16s upgraded to a 4+ generation capability, to credibly check Chinese expansionism. Moreover, the Philippines will need to acquire a set of advanced missile systems to track and deter China's rising maritime intrusions within its waters. Apart from the American missiles, the Philippines is also set to become the first customer of the Indo-Russian BrahMos supersonic cruise missile, which can be launched from air, land, and undersea platforms. The BrahMos weapon system has a carrying capacity of 300 kilograms of conventional warheads and is equipped with advanced guidance systems and stealth technology. With a speed 3 times faster than sound, the joint Indian-Russian missile technology will present a formidable new challenge to Chinese maritime adventurism in Philippine waters.